When we look at models in fashion magazines today, we're conditioned to think that that is the normal size. One magazine is changing that perception. Take a look. It all started with a small picture of a beautiful model in the September issue of Glamour magazine. She became known as the woman on page 194. This photo showed the world a real body with real imperfections, and it spurred a national debate on body image. The November issue of Glamour magazine is revealing a groundbreaking photo showing real women who are models, along with an article that asks, who says supermodels have to be super thin? Please welcome the models from that photo shoot, Lizzie, Crystal, Kate, and Amy. I am really so happy, as I think most women are, for so many, because this has so many effects. It ripples down to eating disorders, to the kind of clothes that we can wear and buy, and what other people think of us, what we think of ourselves. And it all started from your picture, right, Lizzie? That was you that we just showed.
Yes.
The girl on page 194.
Yes.
All right. And so, did you think that... Did you think that was going to spur the kind of reaction that it has?
No, I had no idea, but it's been amazing, the reaction it's gotten. I think it's really just shown us that people are thirsty for these kind of images, and it's gone twofold. I mean, the women that have written into me saying this picture has inspired them, when really they've inspired me to fully come to terms with myself even more, and it's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. Now, first of all, we should tell people you're considered plus-size models. All of you are?
Yes.
Really? Really? All right. What is a normal size? What is a plus size? What is a plus
The industry
size?
standard is cut off at a 6.
Six.
So
Anything over a 6
anything
is plus
over
size.
6. So
Because that is the term for a regular model, like a 2 or a 0, is straight size, right?
4. Yeah.
Or 4 or something is straight size.
Yeah.
And size 6 or up is plus.
Yeah.
But it goes all the way up to a size 20. I mean, that's the great thing about plus-size modeling, is that it can be many different shapes and sizes. They accept a wide variety.
Wait, who's Kate? Where's Kate?
I'm right here.
Kate, okay. Kate, you had an eating disorder, which I'm sure, really, I would assume anyone that is a 0 or something, that's an eating disorder, in my opinion. I mean, how do you not have an eating disorder and stay that bone thin?
I mean, I think there are some people that are naturally that thin, but for me it was extremely, extremely hard. And part of what was so difficult for me as a skinny model was that here I was sort of starving myself and hurting myself to try to fulfill this image and this illusion for the fashion industry.
How much did you weigh when you were a successful model?
I don't actually want to say, I don't want to give anybody any ideas, but let's just say I was very, very slim.
Too thin, and they consider that
slim.
healthy?
Yeah, and they consider that healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then who else had an eating disorder? Somebody else? You did?
I did, yes. And I got down to a 00 to do my job. It was my goal, and everything that I wanted to do was to become a model. And I didn't even know about plus-size modeling yet. And it was only when this job was made aware to me that I knew that I had to change my life.
But wait, why is there a 00? Why do we have, number one, why is there a size 0? And then why are the designers making something that small? Because I mean, I know, where does it start? I mean, because they shouldn't make something that small.
Right. Well, I remember being so thin that they would actually have to pin the clothes to me, which I think a lot of people were excited about, because at least I was getting into the clothes. But I think that that's the problem. We need a sample size that starts at a 10. So then you can pin the clothes down to a smaller girl, and then curvier women can obviously get into the clothes.
Yeah.
And I think that it would take the pressure off, you know, all of the models in the industry, and then you could use a wider variety of women, which I think is beautiful.
Because that is what's wrong. And also, when they lend you clothes for award shows here, if you fit into a sample size, you get to wear somebody's dress. And if you don't fit into a sample size, they don't loan you clothes.
Right, that's disheartening.
Yeah. It is. It really, so of course, most actresses in this town starve themselves to fit into these free clothes, which is where it starts. So that's got to stop, and we've got to start writing these magazines and these people and saying, this doesn't represent me, and I want to wear that, but I want it in a size 10, or I want it in a 12. Or, I mean, and I don't think it means, because I've heard the criticism, I don't think it means, look, hey, I'm a big girl, and this is just who I am, if it's unhealthy. We're not talking about unhealthy. We're just talking about somebody that is a healthy person that's beautiful. And that's what a model is, right?
All women have different body types.
Yeah.
And you just need to embrace it and make it the healthiest that you can make it. And not feel like you have to be pressured to be a certain size what the media says you have to be.
Right.
Yeah, and I think the irony is that so many models sort of starve themselves to get into sort of fit this illusion that the industry creates, and then they can't even live up to that illusion themselves. And so the hypocrisy of that is something that certainly got me out of the industry, and that's why I love being a plus-size model, because I feel like I can just really be myself and represent that there's a very diverse range of beauty that this image that we're so excited to see. And
exactly, because it's not fair to women and it's not fair to men, because men are looking for that, and they're like, well, you know, that's not what... Don't look for that. That's not fair. That's not fair to the women out there. Go, you're not going to find that. All right, when we come back, we're going to reveal with a photo for the first time to the models. We'll be back. We're talking about a groundbreaking photo shoot in the November issue of Glamour magazine. Please welcome editor-in-chief of Glamour, Cindy Levy. Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
And we're going to reveal this in a minute. Not yet, right? Or should we do it now and then talk?
Let's do it now.
Let's do it now, Andy. And then we'll talk about why you did this. Ready? Cindy, why do you think this is important? First of all, why is it important, and why now do you think people are really thirsty for this?
Well, I think I was just shocked and amazed and overjoyed at the reaction that Lizzie's picture got when we ran it in the September issue. I mean, you saw some of those comments. People were really just passionate and overjoyed, and it seemed like they were starved for any kind of image that in any way looked like what they saw when they looked in the mirror.
Right.
And, you know, we thought, well, why not do more? So, first of all, we commissioned this photo just to celebrate these women and their incredible bodies and their beauty, and to send the message to young women especially who are reading the magazine that there are a million different kinds of ways to be beautiful. You don't have to be born pin thin. You can be voluptuous or lean, you know, however you're made is the right way for you.
And how can we reach the designers to say, I would love to wear that, but why do they stop at a 4 or a 6? Why don't they make clothes in a larger size?
Well, I think it mostly boils down to tradition, but I do think the designers are starting to be encouraged by the reaction that pictures like this get. I mean, fundamentally, they're in business to sell clothes, and if they start to see that women are really excited to see these images and are also willing to pay good money for clothes that come in a whole range of sizes, I think they will respond.
Yeah, because it's not fair. Just because you don't fit into that, you don't get to dress like that.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense. And listen, in real life, we know that some of the most stylish women in the world are not size 0. So, you know, we're just trying to bring our own pages a little bit more in line with what we see in real life.
And you made a pledge. What is Glamour's pledge?
We're committing to picturing a wide range of body types in our pages, a wider range than has historically been in our Thank you.
And ethnicity?
And ethnicity. Diversity of every type. I mean, basically, we just want to say there are a million different ways to be beautiful, and you don't have to be that cookie-cutter standard.
Right.
And we're going to celebrate the designers who help us with that.
All right, great. The November issue of Glamour magazine is on newsstands October 6th. When we come back, Lizzie has agreed to let me try to dunk her, so I'm going to put Lizzie in the dunk tank. For the breast cancer research, every person dunked. The generous people at Clarisonic Skincare will donate $10,000 to Ellen for the Cure, which benefits Susan G. Komen for the Cure. All right, you volunteered. Andy, help her up. I'm not going to hold on, right?
Right here?
Now, let's see how long this is going to take me.